So LifeSongs morning show. I have Josh, and I'm very excited to welcome via Zoom Pat Barrett. Pat, how you doing?
Hey, doing great. Good morning.
Is Pat short for Patrick, Patagonia, Patrice?
Yeah, yes. It's short for Pat with more T's. No, I was my actual name is Joseph
Okay.
Patrick Martin Barrett, and my dad. I was like, Dad, why didn't you call me Joseph? And his response was always like, well, I just didn't really get around to it. I was like, wait, what? So I was Patrick, and then and then when I was in fifth grade, there was another Patrick in our class, and my teacher was like, she's like, I can't do this. One of y'all has to be named something different. So she says, who's gonna be Pat? And I just raised my hand. And then it became Pat from then on out.
Your teacher couldn't handle two Patricks in the class?
See, and that's why I'm like, did I remember that correctly? But I think I did because she was unwilling. She was unwilling to do like the Patrick B or Patrick G thing. She
Uh-huh.
wanted no last names. I don't know why. Different time. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just lazy. I'm 45, so like in every class of school, there were 14 Joshes. Like we were all
Oh yeah.
Josh. Like it
Yeah.
was so
Yeah, there's always been so many Joshes. See, and that's why I was a little surprised because Patrick, there we're out there, but we're not a Josh or
yeah.
Steven or Ryan, It was
Hmm.
like we can do this. But she was like, she wanted none of that.
Okay. Let's talk about I've Got a Fire. The song and the album, great for so many reasons. The song is so great. The saxophone solo, come on. Why can't every song have a saxophone solo?
I know. I know. I've asked myself and I'm doing my part. Okay.
You
Let the
are.
record show I'm doing my part.
Your dad in the music video is the sweetest thing ever. The first time I saw the video, I immediately emailed a link to my dad so that he could watch it. I just like it was like Field of Dreams. I just wanted to play catch. Like it was great.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, it's funny you say that. That's the feeling I had when we were filming it because it started off like, oh, this will be so fun and funny and joyful. And then also, while we were filming it, I was like caught off guard by how emotional I was kind of getting. Cause I was like, oh my gosh, I'm having a moment. I'm
Mm-hmm.
having a forever memory moment with my dad. And I recognize that in real time. And I also think like my kids seeing a video of their dad dancing in a fountain with his dad is such a I think that's just such a beautiful picture. And one day I hope if my kids ever ask me to do it, I'll return the favor because how much joy it's brought me. I mean, dad is also since the music video, he's jumped in on tour dates as well.
Oh, I saw one of the live performances of him like working his way through the crowd. That was so great.
He did that like 4 or 5 times during the Brandon Lake tour that we just wrapped up. So like it's not only was the music video such a sweet memory, it's it's had this continuing just fun father son like experience for us. So it's been really sweet, you
That's
know.
awesome. That's not, I mean, I'm sure Brandon Lake was very cool with that idea because he brings his kids up on stage all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I have video of of Lake dancing with my dad while my dad's got a cowbell.
Oh my goodness. I mean, come
There's
on.
footage. Yeah, I mean, so it was not only like oh allowed, it was welcomed and encouraged and just I mean, so wild. Getting to feel that way and to at this point in my life be I'm still saying yes to Jesus. I'm saying yes to leaning in to the Holy Spirit and his leading and purpose and plan in my life. Like, and that the I've got a fire thing is just funny because dad was such a picture of that for me growing up
Hmm.
and something to model, like kind of one of those like Paul, like follow me as I follow Christ type things. Like, gosh, this was modeled for me, like how the older I get, I can still grow younger in faith and have faith like a child and grow in wisdom, but never grow out of childlike faith. And I think that's what's been really, really fun. And just a reminder, I felt like kid again, past 6 months, and I want to keep it. I want to keep that flame burning.
I'm so glad that you got to do that with your dad and that he's been a part of this amazing season in your career, which is really cool. And you were talking about like how you got to feel that childlike wonder and to express yourself in that way. Which for just a second it clicked in my brain why I love the whole Sons of Sunday thing that you're in. It's like if the kids from the Sandlot started a worship band.
Yes, yes, that feeling. I mean, it was like my only regret is that we didn't do it sooner. you know,
Yeah.
because that has been what a great picture. I love the Sandlot. I mean, that was like my childhood. I the feeling of doing something you love with people you love
Mhm.
and you care about, like there's when you're doing your own thing and writing your own individual record, that's got another joy all of its own. But when you get to do something like that and share it with guys and something that feels unique, it's a new thing. It's like, oh, you bring your piece, your personality, the way you write, the way you see the world. And we've already had so many of those moments that we haven't shared, like behind the scenes writing song. So
Mhm.
to kind of like let people in on that and continue sharing that stuff it's the best.
I don't know if this song has been released for radio or not, but I was watching your performance of My Father's Business the other day,
Yeah.
and there's a line that you sing a lot in the song that has like just it caught me off guard. It's God forgive us for times we called it praise, but it was show business.
God forgive us for times we called it praise, but it was show business.
Yeah.
And this is the heart behind the commandment of not using God's name in vain. Like our industry, the music industry, is so guilty of this all the time.
Yeah.
And like, how do you merge these two? This identity of like my job is to be on stage and to sing songs and to entertain, but also to lead worship and to be truly present with God.
Yeah. I mean, that's literally why I wrote the song, is because I feel it's one of the things that Jesus warned the most about. And it was religious showmanship was a big deal to Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And giving the appearance, giving people the appearance of righteousness without the things that the deep formation that happens in discipleship and walking with Jesus, which is why, I mean, when you read the Sermon on the Mount, so many of those things that he talks about have to do with no one else seeing them. So when you give, don't let your one hand know what the other hand is doing. Like don't give to be seen by other people. Don't fast to be seen. Don't pray long, lengthy prayers and wear long flowing robes so people, which is especially in our world, is a constant reality check. Why are we doing the things that we're doing? Are you writing a song because you want to be famous? Or are you sharing a song because of the way it's helped you in your life? And I think that the doing the internal work of like, okay, this is kind of what David prayed in the Psalms. Lord, search me and know me. When I awake and when I rise, if there be any wicked way in me, lead me in the path everlasting. Like there's a prayerfulness, that a deep prayerfulness and accountability for people who do public religious work. And I think a really great way in practical terms would be, for every one public moment that's like you being the leader and sharing your spiritual songs and worship, for every one public moment, there should be 9 private ones.
That's good.
So then the totality of your leaning into God and even leadership is not in front of other people. It's behind closed doors. So then you never feel you never take that you assume that position is more than what it really is, because does God care about you more when the camera's on or when the song's out? No, he cares about you the same. And sometimes we mix that up, like, so, and then it can get even deeper. Like, I can open up my journal, like, as a songwriter, when you're like, oh, I need to write a song, I'm going to open the scriptures and I'm going to not read because I care about it, read because I need some content.
Yeah, you're mining content. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think there's that song. I'm so glad no one's talked to me about that song, by
I
the way.
love it. I
I
love
think
it.
that's a very abrasive check to myself. I don't want to lead worship or say I'm leading worship when deep down I'm the one who wants the praise, and I'm the one who wants the attention, and I'm the one who wants the eyes on me. And that song it's a prayer of mine. It makes me sad for the times that's been true. And then it's also created a path to honesty of when I'm like, oh God, like, my guard was down back there, and I kind of lost sight of the goal. And I think there's such mercy and grace that's found there in repenting. And I think that's one of in the song too. It's not just about like, here's a critique of what we're doing. It's like, no, here's an invitation back to repent and to continually not take the high position, to take the low one. And that I think when those practices are part of your life, it absolutely levels the playing field, and you don't think more highly of yourself than you ought to, and you stop trying to get attention that actually belongs to somebody else. And I think it's a daily walk, but I think it's really important.
The world is on fire. We got wars all over, viruses, the Met Gala. It's all awful. However,
Met Gala. You just threw out the Met Gala.
yeah, I mean, Zendaya didn't even show up, so what's the point? But every night on your tour, you get to see a very different kind of fire. You see young generations pouring their hearts out in worship. What are you seeing that would bring hope to us?
Oh, wow. Where do I even start? I am seeing a desire for authenticity that, especially in younger people, that will make you a little nervous in a really encouraging way. People are growing very disinterested in the pageantry of cultural. What's it? I want to say cultural Christianity, but I just mean like, yeah, the showmanship without the deep, honest conversations revolving around it, or people opening up their lives and sharing in real terms, not broad, how God is impacting and helping them. And some of it, I mean, I'm a songwriter, so like I care a lot about the word choice. And I think oftentimes we are not practiced enough in saying the thing we actually feel. And so we end up saying things like, hey guys, pray for me. It's just been a tough season, which is true. But the Falcons had a tough season. We can do better with how honest we are about our life. And when we're honest about it, we can let God into it. When we're explicit about the things that we feel, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And what I've found to be encouraging is when you lean into that, all of a sudden you realize that God wants to be a part of every single area of your life, and not the ones not the showy ones. It's funny, that show business line. It's a different. Yeah, pageantry is the word. Like, we're not interested in playing church or playing. I don't want my kids, when my kids think about discipleship, I don't want them to think about a building. I want them to think about a conversation with somebody who loves them and is helping share Jesus with them in their life in a way that makes an impact first. And then I also want them to think about church and all that stuff, but not only that. So I think there's even a more growing, there's a hunger for that type of, there's a leaning into that type of faith that I think really pleases the heart of God. And it makes the fire burn bright because it's not dependent on all the other stuff.
It's good. I was thinking about the younger generations that bring this desire for something truly real, not something packaged, but something a little jagged, a little raw. They are probably the most. They know all the vocabulary when it comes to emotional health and mental health. They've been in counseling since they were 2, but they bring that to the world of following Jesus and find the truth is Jesus is God of that. Like he's big enough to handle all of these intense emotions and all these things. It's not just you have to be in this box in order to experience Jesus. It's he's there with you. And and I mean I've got teenagers at home, so I'm grateful that they're entering into young adulthood in the next few years with that world present. Like I'm more hopeful for them and their church experience than some of the stuff that I've experienced. So
and I am often reminded. I mean, I'm the same way, but it's even different for them. They have been marketed to their entire life,
right?
Digitally, commercially. So when Jesus and faith and spirituality feel like a marketing ploy or a means to build some business or some brand or some other thing, like that's like, you're not going to trick them.
Yeah.
So if it's not real to you, don't think it's going to come across as real to them. And their ability to sniff that out is uncanny. So, and it should be a challenge to any other leader that has, myself included, where you're like, well, if I just present it the right way, then it's going to feel like, no, it needs to, the invitation is to embody the things that the life that Jesus has invited us into, not just talk about it. And you can tell, if we're all honest, when you get around somebody and you're like, you live this. So I think that's the encouragement. It's there's too much on the line. Life is too precious. The invitation of God is too miraculous. There is a kingdom to participate in, and talking about it and dressing it up really nicely in our, our Sunday's best that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about living a life of the life that Jesus came to show us, and he died and rose to display and give us like that. Like this is real. And that makes me really hopeful. I mean, when I say hopeful as a dad, I'm like, that's the right conversation to be having.